Hi and welcome to Yoga Merge. My name is Yuuki Yamagiwa and I'm very proud and very honored to be a part of the Yoga Merge website. Today we'll be thinking about posture, how yoga can help with our posture, how yoga can really help us open up our shoulders and have a strong, proud stance. So in yoga, we work on things like core, we work on things like releasing our lower back, and all of that really helps in our posture. Whenever we're sitting for long periods of time, that can really cause a hunching of our shoulders. It can also cause our postures to slump. We can also sometimes carry that as we're walking as well, especially if we're sitting all day at our desk, working at our computers, working on studying, homework, whatever it is. In yoga, what really helps are core exercises to strengthen the core, as well as anything that helps to lengthen our spines, or release our lower backs. So by working on our core, that really helps us with our postures because our core is what carries us. It's what grounds us. So if you work from the core, from the inside outward, that's what helps with our postures. That's what helps with how we stand, how we move. It could be something as simple as walking a few steps. All of these movements that seem trivial to us, are all carried by the core. So if you think about postures like Navasana, which is all about the core, boat pose, you can also work on things like forearm plank. Holding forearm plank for as little as 10 seconds can really help to strengthen your core, especially if you're grounding down through your palms in that position. Plank is also a great option as well, where you can hold plank. And you can start by having your knees down if you're newer to the practice. So have your knees down, plant your palms, and hold plank for maybe even 10 seconds, 30 seconds, as long as you can hold it, as long as it serves you and serves your practice. And as you work on your core, you'll notice that you'll move from your center rather than from your lower back. So if you're working in professions that may require you to lift heavy things, instead of using your lower back to carry those heavy items, you'll start using your core instead. You'll start being able to bend your knees down, lifting something up, using your core, using your center, so that it doesn't work into your lower back. So always start your day with as many core exercises as you can to strengthen your core and maybe lift even taller. And you'll notice that lift as you start working on your core and really strengthening those inner muscles. Another way that you can really release your lower back, strengthen and lengthen your posture, is by doing any posture that allows you to release the lower back. So that could be anything like Paschimottanasana, folding forward over your legs. You could also do standing, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. All of that helps to release the back. I usually like to interlace my fingers behind the back and slowly fold forward over my legs in standing. That's a great fix to open up your shoulders, open up your back. And I do that even several times a day throughout the day just to release my back, release my shoulder blades. And that's a great way to really let everything go and let your back take a break, let your posture, let everything, your upper body, just take a break and release. You could also allow your arms to dangle in a forward fold. And that's a great way to just release everything down. Nothing holding you back, just letting everything go and just allowing your neck muscles, your head to just hang loose and let go and soften. So that's a great way to soften your lower back. Another great way that you can, in a sense, work on lifting your posture is by doing side bends. So anything that works to stretch out your sides so that you're not slumping down just forward with your shoulders hunching. You can also lengthen your spine and lean right and maybe just lean left. And that could be lifting up towards the sky and maybe interlacing your fingers, allow your palms to face up, reaching up, and slowly leaning towards your right, and also slowly leaning towards your left. So that's a great way to release holding up as well. Another great way to really work on your posture is when you're sitting. Notice any sensations that are going on. So is your lower back feeling tight? Is anything feeling tense? Are your shoulders starting to slump? So having that awareness, having that knowledge of what your body is doing is a great way to start, and it's a great way to notice how you can make changes and how you can change the patterns of how you do your work at your desk. That's always the best way to start, so that you know exactly what to change and what to keep, so that you can really strengthen that posture and really keep yourself tall. Another good way, if you sit at a desk all day, is to place a pillow behind your back. That's always a great way to just lengthen your spine. I usually have a pillow always handy in my car. It's a small pillow that fits right behind my back. I have that so that I can sit tall even while I'm driving. So driving is also a great way to have that awareness, to find awareness of how your posture is doing, how your back is doing, how you're lifting yourself up. So when you're working on posture, when you're working on different postures in yoga, when you're sitting down, when you're walking around, just notice how your body is doing. Have that awareness. And whenever you're walking, whenever you're driving, whenever you're doing everyday tasks that may seem trivial, just tune into yourself and notice how your body is doing. And if you ever feel that tension, just do a quick fix, like interlacing your fingers like I talked about earlier. That's something I do every day, 3 to 4 times a day whenever I start to feel tense. So you can grab onto your pillows, place it right behind your back when you're sitting. Anything that helps you, anything that really engages your core, anything to really help strengthen your posture, as long as you're taking small steps and as long as you're taking that awareness, you know that you're making small improvements, and that could always help in whatever you're doing. So I really hope that this has been very helpful to you. This has been helpful in trying to achieve better posture, and maybe from listening to this podcast, you can try several different poses, several different yoga exercises to help you in your everyday life. And as you walk forward, keep walking forward in your yoga path and your yoga journey, I hope that yoga can be something that you can embrace and have fun in as well. And it's not just something that can be physically challenging, but it can also be mentally rewarding, physically rewarding. And I hope this practice is rewarding to you as it is for me. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.